Now, yo, welcome to Newcomers Wrestling Podcast. We are talking about WrestleMania 34 prediction show. Yo, shout out to all the people that are doing prediction shows. Y'all came up with pretty much good ideas. And we kind of did this last year. By the way, my co-host here is G from TBH CEO. I just fucked up your name. I apologize.
It's totally cool. It's totally cool. It's totally cool.
It's my man G. Knew him for years, wrestling fans. And we just wanted to go through the predictions of all the shows, of all the matches. Um, Imagine this that WrestleMania started at 6, last year. And now this year is actually starting at 5 p.m. And you know, with WrestleMania, that means it's going to end at 12, which is a whole lot of hours of fucking wrestling. I don't know how people are going to pull this off. It's 13 possible. It's 13 possible. It's 13 with possible of 14 matches. Do you think it's worth watching the show for 7 hours, G?
No.
No.
So that's some crazy shit. But I mean, hey, WrestleMania has been crazy for all these years, and the fans love it. So I guess they're trying to give them their money's worth.
Nah,
Their
true,
$10
true.
worth.
Wow, yeah. Not, actually, you're looking for the new people. They're giving it for free. I'm like, yo, unbelievable. I should have just canceled my thing and started all over again. But
I mean,
whatever.
yeah, that I don't know. That's crazy.
All right, so we're gonna start off the show for WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans with the kickoff show, which is probably the 5 o'clock time. It's the cruiserweight matchup championship. Well, tournament. That this is the championship. It's Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. I'm fucking up my words today. Um, Honestly, right now they've been both giving both fighters pushes. They've been getting both wrestlers pushes. So this is actually, I don't know. It's hard to pick a winner. Like everybody's going to pick Cedric Alexander, as that is actually my pick. I'm gonna go at Cedric Alexander, but there could be a surprise because Ali has actually been winning his matches for the past couple of days, couple of weeks. So that's an interesting match. Like I don't know. I don't know if you in the cruiserweight. I'm not in the 205 either. I just
I'm not into cruiserweight, but I haven't heard much about either wrestler, but
yeah.
I'm gonna follow you on that one. So
Yeah, Cedric Alexander for the win. All right, so the next match is the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. So far, they haven't even announced all the wrestlers. So far, it's Ziggler, Matt Hardy, the Rival, which is a tag team from the NXT. They're now in WWE.
yeah,
Mojo, he's the one that won last year. Corbin, Goldust, Dillinger, Rizongo. I think I know you know who they are, right?
hmm
And maybe some NXT people. But special notice that they never announced these couple of fighters that is gonna. They don't even have a match. Like Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, Elias, Wyatt, and my winner, if he's in this thing, even though he would be coming off an injury, is Big Cass. If he's in it, I think he's going to win. But
yeah. Big
yeah,
Cass is coming off an injury, and so is and Jeff Hardy just got cleared to wrestle today, right?
yeah.
I mean, it's the Andre. Has there ever like how tall is the guy who won it last year?
It was it Mojo or Corbin? It was Mojo. It was this guy that like wrestles. He knocks people out. He has energy when he runs to the ring, like that type of. But nothing happens to anybody that wins. Like the year before it was Corbin,
Yeah.
and nobody.
Well,
Go ahead.
yeah. So no one gets a push like for winning this.
They
Like
get
they
nothing.
win it, they get the trophy, and then after
Yeah,
that, they don't get a push. But I remember a few years back, who won it? Cesaro won it, right?
Cesaro. Yes.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like Braun Strowman. I mean, I would love to see Braun Strowman in and finally kill it. He needs to get the push of all pushes, if you ask me. But I know they got him for that tag team match, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
um, I'm thinking I'm going for Samoa Joe because from what I've heard, they're about to really push Samoa Joe. So maybe this is a way to do it.
Nah, that is true. But this is weird because they didn't even announce matches for him. Like I know he's healthy and back, but I don't know some reason they didn't announce matches for him. All right, so next matchup is my pick. I'm actually gonna some reason I don't know. This man won a title, dropped the belt, then was all of a sudden in the Royal Rumble. Ziggler. Some reason I'm thinking there's something going on that they trying to like smoothly push him. I don't know why. You know, he's like one of the smallest people that's probably gonna be in this match. But like
How funny would it be for a little guy to win the Andre the Giant Challenge though?
that
Like,
would
I
be
mean,
crazy.
not only I don't mean funny like haha, it's funny. I mean like how crazy would it be for a little guy to win that?
Yeah, it's
So,
true.
I could see that happening. Like being a wrestling fan for as long as I've been one, I could see anything. I remember when like I think if I'm not mistaken, going back to Battle Royals, Shawn Michaels won it one,
Right,
right?
right,
And
right.
he's a small wrestler. Ric Flair won it three when the title was on the line. So and I was
True.
shocked when that happened. So like I could see Ziggler win, especially he came back. Didn't he leave and come back? And his first time
Yeah.
back was the Royal. Yeah, so I could totally see Ziggler winning
It
it.
was so weird because it's like if this is like real life, you drop
Yeah,
a title, they're not gonna just be like, "Hey, yeah, you can come back." How about you go to the Royal Rumble? Like what? Like just drop the title, dude. So I don't know, but it's just like I just feel some type of push is going on for him.
yeah.
He's won a lot of matches, so we'll see what happens. All right, the next match is what was formerly the Bueller. What's her name again? No.
Fabulous Moolah.
Fabulous Moolah. What the fuck? Why I put B? I did put M. Yeah, I am looks like a B. Fabulous Moolah, but all of a sudden they changed their mind because of all the stories they heard about her, and all of a sudden now it's just called just the woman's battle royal. You got to see the trophy. I heard it looks like a uterus or something like that.
Nah, they wouldn't do that.
It looks weird. Somebody like I heard on another
They
podcast.
are truly trolling if they did that shit. That would be that'd be crazy.
We'll definitely see on Sunday because that's crazy. But so far, the people in here is Sasha, Bailey, Becky, Naomi, Natasha, the Riot Squad. Basically every woman in the WWE, and probably some that's going to come in from the NXT. I think it's going to be a 30-man a 30-woman battle royal.
Okay.
Um, but my one notice is that they
Hmm.
didn't mention Carmella, which I will bring that up later. The
Okay.
lady with the money in the bank, I will bring that up later. Why she's not in the list in the combo of even being in this match.
Hmm.
So basically, my pick from watching the way wrestling is going, and since they didn't give him a match, it would have to be I would have to see Sasha or Bailey being the final two, and that continuing of the rivalry. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with you. It seems like from what I've heard or read, Sasha and Bailey seem to be the two that they continue to push. I mean, Charlotte is the champ, and I forgot who the other champ is, but
or Alexa Bliss.
yeah, Alexa Bliss. Sorry. So I would see look now. My Alexa has cut on in my apartment. It's pretty funny, but but anyway,
Yeah, I
but
got one
anyway,
too.
yeah. I mean, Sasha and Bailey seem to be the two people, and I would say, I mean, I think it would be. I think Bailey would win it opposed to
Mm.
Sasha Banks.
I don't know because it be feeling like Bailey is all of a sudden turning into the heel. But my other guess is
Yeah.
there's been a lot of things going on SmackDown, and a
Hmm.
lot of people have been turning on Becky Lynch.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's a little bit of saying that she might win, which
Hmm.
I don't even know. Whoever wins, what do they get? Like I don't get it. Do they
I'm
get a
assuming they
title
get the
shot?
trophy. I think they get the trophy, right?
Oh,
This is
that's horrible. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Same thing. Yeah,
I'd
that's
say
ridiculous.
the only time a battle royal nets you a championship match is the Royal Rumble. So now they have
Right, right,
two, right?
right.
They have the ladies Rumble and the men's Rumble. So
But
um,
this is what I'm getting. I'm thinking they're using these two matches so that everybody's working. Because you know how like
yeah,
WrestleMania, and then you got like I got this amount of matches, and half of the roster is all sitting in the back just cheering people on.
yeah.
Cheerleading. So that's interesting.
I mean, it's a good. I mean, if you and as you look at it, it's a what is it? It's a 6 to 7 hour show. So
Yeah, yeah,
you gotta kill time. And how easy? How easier for you to kill time when you got 30 people to eliminate. Like
True,
you'll
true,
see,
true.
you what you're gonna see a ton of people get in there. Then you're gonna have like a period, a time frame where there's a lot of people in the ring, then everyone's get eliminated, and one person's gonna be there, and then it'll build
Yeah.
up again, and then you hear that little stomp that says, "All right, time to wrap it up," and then
Yeah, because I don't see no dominating women that's going to be in there. So it looks like it's going to be just a simple throw out, whatever. Like it's not going to be like no big like a Nia Lee and nothing like that. It's like no
yeah,
big women unless somebody from NXT. I heard there's like some big girl that they got in there. Thank you, John,
okay,
for not being a part of the show. I hate you. Um,
yeah. John is our WWE like the guru. He knows everything about everything.
exactly.
When we watched the Rumble together, he called was Nakamura. I was like, who is this? Who is this guy running around screaming like he's gonna win the Rumble? And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he won. He won that shit. So it's crazy.
All right, so we probably now this probably will add on to like the now main WrestleMania matches. All right, so
Okay.
the first I'm not going by order. I'm just going by what I saw. The Raw Tag Team Championship. You have the Bar against Braun Strowman and mystery partner. Like so far, there are rumors of his partners being Rey Mysterio or Big Show. Me, honestly, I still feel the Bar's going to win, and whoever his mystery partner is going to be. I mean, me honestly, I think is. I mean, there was a battle history between him and Elias, and then it just stopped like so
Yeah.
suddenly, and
Who
like
Braun Strowman?
yeah, Braun Strowman and Elias, the guy that got the guitar, like that
Yeah.
joint just stopped out of nowhere, like, and I feel like maybe he might be his partner, like
Is that even a fair match though? Like I've seen Braun Strowman do some crazy shit. Like and then I this guy play. He's the one that was playing the guitar.
yeah.
I can't see it. Like I just can't see him doing anything. But like probably sneezing on Braun Strowman. Like he bled on him. That's about all he could do. Like yo,
Basically.
he bled on me. I slipped and hit my head on the ring, and he pinned me because the blood was too much blood in the
Yeah,
ring.
and
So
that's what I feel. I feel like whoever his partner is
mhm,
going to be a person like just like the mixed match. There was no
yeah,
way Braun Strowman was going to get pinned, and I feel like
hmm
whoever his partner is going to be the. There's a lot of people saying that Braun Strowman is going to win. Whoever his partner is, I think that's bullshit.
I mean, do they really want to give Braun Strowman that belt though? Like
Exactly.
I don't see it. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna have him because the whole thing with and we've seen this before in watching wrestling as long as we have. Whenever you have a dominant force and someone is not as dominant, the one that's not as
Yeah.
dominant is the one that gets pinned all
Always.
the time.
Yes.
Like the big guy gets stuck in the ropes or stuck somewhere else and not paying attention, and then they not or he's beating up the referee or the manager, and then the little
True.
guy gets knocked out, and there you go. So
That's true. That's why I said I'm like whoever his partner is, I feel is going to lose.
But
That's how I.
if it's Big Show though,
He's a
that would
part-time
be
wrestler though. Like
kind of crazy.
you
Like
know, Big
because
Show
then
been losing though.
no, I know, but my whole thing is if it's Big Show, how do you see the bar? Like, of course, the bar are both big guys,
Right, right,
right?
right.
Like, how do you see the bar beating Big Show and Braun Strowman? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you would
That's
need
true.
like I just don't see that. So I don't think it would be realistic, but I know fans will just jump all over it anyway. But I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll see tomorrow because, like I said, no, everybody's just making guesses of who it might be. Nobody
Yeah.
knows for sure. Even though I just saw something on YouTube said they revealed the secret partner, but I think all that is bullshit. Unless
Mm.
it's Jericho or something, but I don't know.
Oh
But
God, Jericho's like 90 though. He
I
needs to
know.
hang. He needs to hang it up. Like he can't do black backflips anymore.
All right, next match is the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. It's the Usos versus New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Basically, Bray Wyatt's two other Hinman. But so people are probably gonna say, looking at the names, that this is gonna be a dry match. But I'm honestly feeling like this is probably going to be the match of the night. Like with all the muscle and all the jumping. Like the last time the Usos and New Day had a fight, it was like one of the greatest fights ever.
I,
Everybody's actually picking the Bludgeon Brothers, but like I feel like the Usos are going to retain.
I mean, the Usos are great workers, and so is New Day. Like as much as I hate their antics from time to time, Like I don't get the pancake thing, which really freaked me out
Yeah,
in
me
Royal
too.
Rumble. I was like, what's going on here? Like he's feeding him pancakes, and then he's flipping pancakes. But whatever. Um, I I I don't. I think the Usos is like because the tag team division is so dry.
Yeah,
Like there's no excitement to it the way it used to be. I would say I see the Usos retaining because, they make it entertaining. Like
yeah.
so.
'Cause
Um,
I feel the Bludgeon Brothers were practically nothing until they start walking around with their mallets now. And all of a sudden, now they're like the most dangerous crew in the world. Like,
yeah,
I'm not saying they got beat easy, but they were the weak links of the Bray Wyatt thing.
yeah.
Like I remember The Rock, and that's funny. I just watched The Rock in one of the WrestleManias, and they all came out, Bray Wyatt and all of them, even Braun Strowman. And The
Hmm.
Rock beat him so easy. And I said, yo, this is not the like if this is the new Strowman,
Yeah.
I don't think The Rock would have handled him the way he literally picked him up, and I'm sitting there like, get the fuck
Yeah,
out
I
of
mean,
here.
the problem. Sometimes the problem with the WWE is they will either undersell or oversell their wrestlers, and then it's like, oh, you have The Rock beat him in 1 minute, but then you have him like, didn't he like drop like part of the arena, like some part of the arena on
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, like so now he's like doing stuff like that, but then Brock beats him and like four other people, so it's crazy.
All right, the next matchup is United States Championship. It's Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Roode. Yo, I feel like this is the first time I've ever seen so many goddamn triple threats and four men in one match. Like this shit is so overwhelming. Like it's crazy. But I feel from the last SmackDown, if you didn't see it,
Hmm.
um, what was it? What the hell was I saying? Oh, that it answered some questions for me. Gender loses fair and square to Rusev,
Hmm.
and we know how it goes. That if you lose in a matchup, who wins the pay per view?
Yeah, that's
The
always
person
it's
that
always
lost.
yeah. It's like, oh, it was always, what was the rule? Whoever got the last hit right
Yeah.
before the pay per view was losing.
So yeah.
Like
So Gender lost like fair and square, and then like it's like all right. So this looks like Gender is going to get a title, but then I see also in that match the people that come in the ring with them is one called
mhm.
Alex English. He started the
He
Rusev
read
Day
the
thing.
Rusev Day shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Gender's one of the Gender's Goonies. They're battling with each other. So now I feel like they're about to cancel each other out.
Hmm.
Now with that being said, I also see that they gave Orton that title just so he could complete his whole collection of all the titles.
I think they also gave it to him to make it relevant because the U.S. belt hasn't been relevant forever, and
Yeah.
they needed a AAA guy to carry it for a while. The problem also, and I don't mean to cut you off. The
No,
problem with
no.
WWE is they don't make their belts are not important. Like if it's not
Yeah.
the first two, or really the AJ Styles belt, because they've totally diminished the Universal title with Brock holding it for as long as he has. Is like, and I'm a Brock fan, but I'm like, you gave him a belt that he doesn't defend, and with the U.S. title, who's really worn that belt that actually made it important in
Right,
forever?
right. True,
So
true.
you know,
I hate to say
um,
it, fucking Cena kind of with the anybody can fight me.
oh, with when he
That
had the
kind of made
U.S.
it exciting, yeah.
Yeah,
Like whoever wants to come in the ring, and any random song would come on and person come out. Like that was the thing. But for me, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like they gave him the titles to complete it, so he would be happy. So I think they might give it back to Rude. That's just my pick. I think they might give it to Rude just from just watching how things is popping off.
I mean, it's good. I would like to see them infuse new blood and like put like really get behind these second tier belts.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, Rude is pretty good. Do I like his entrance?
yeah.
Like,
I
of
hate
course,
it.
when I'm just like, really, this is ridiculous. But you're gonna give this guy an entrance like you're gonna put so much into it. Like he had a choir behind him. I was like, that's crazy. But I could see it. See, my thing is, I know that like the fans are loving Rusev,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I would think they give him back the belt to see if they could because the fans love him so much and they love this Rusev Day thing. But I think I'd like to see new blood infused. I'd like to see Rude win it.
That's the funny thing. I also heard. Damn, I fucking echo. I also heard on some other podcast that they I shouldn't even said that because that looks like I'm copying. But they had said that like between him and his wife, they had
Yeah,
did a couple of foul things that WWE didn't like,
yeah,
but just that the fans are feeling this Rusev Day.
yeah,
Like it forced them to have to put him. Like you got to understand, Rusev just got in this match from the
yeah.
last SmackDown. No, from the SmackDown before. He just got in
Okay,
the match. It was supposed to be a triple threat, and all of a
okay.
sudden now he's in, and it's like I'm wondering if WWE like still have their issue. I think they said something on Twitter like
Oh, of
against
course.
something.
Because no, I heard about that. It's like Rusev is he, of course, he's drinking the Kool Aid of his wife and the fans, and he's like,
Yeah.
I am like so everyone loves me, so why are you not pushing me? So he like tweets that, and
Mm,
his wife does the same thing. And I gotta respect, his wife's his wife. She's like, I know I got my success, but I'm gonna back you because you need yours. I'm gonna push you, so I respect them for that.
yeah.
But but the WWE is crazy, and when you get Vince and Steph and Triple H, you're like, you don't want to rub them the wrong way because
Yeah.
they'll have you facing Hornswoggle for the rest of your life. So
That's
you know,
funny. Do you think that
so
you think that Stone Cold like the 316 was that a fan loving thing or they like made it like they this is
I
what they
think
expected it?
I think no, I think they let Steve go off the script and he said it, and then they was like, let's see how like what we could do with this because of course
Mm,
if back same thing I said about us and watching wrestling back then, he was stunning Steve was. He was a pretty boy, and
yeah.
then he cut all his hair off, and next thing you know he had just a goatee, and he was a complete asshole that drank beer and threw it on you. So, I don't think they expected him to go as far as he did, but I think at that time the world was done with the pretty boy champion, and
Right.
they wanted a dude that had a little like attitude, and he had a ton of attitudes. So they just followed behind it.
No, yeah, that's cool. So you got who you got Rusev? Then? Rusev
No, I want Rude to win. I don't
or
yeah. Was it Bobby Roode or Rude? Which one is it?
Bobby Bobby Roode. I don't know how
Yeah,
it's
okay.
spelled like that though. You would think Road, the roadie.
Yeah.
All right, next match is the IC Championship. Three names again: Miz versus Steph Rollins versus Finn Balor. Now there are rumors that are saying that Rollins actually wants to get out of Raw. Like he actually wants to go to SmackDown
Yeah.
because he's not making a name for himself, basically, and automatically when Ambrose come back, they're gonna think the Shield's always gonna come back and blasey blasey. So he kind of wants to make a name for himself. Um, so that's why I'm canceling him out of that. Miz
Hmm.
has a new baby, so I don't know how long he might become the new Brock Lesnar soon, and then you barely see him unless his wife
Yeah.
is very understanding. And
Hmm.
so that's why I'm gonna give it to Finn Balor because I feel like he kind of won the championship and got injured and never got a chance to get a title ever again after that.
Yeah, he was the first Universal Champion, and then he got stripped. He like tore his Achilles in a match or something.
Yeah,
No, I
thanks to
agree.
Rollins.
Yeah, I think the WWE's biggest problem is they have too many new young guys
Right.
that are actually very good, and they don't have. It's like Vince bought all the other uh, factions. Like he bought WCW, he bought ECW,
Right. Right.
and I'm not saying he should bring them all back, but he should bring one back and like have two entities because you like TNA can't compete with you. They've already said that, so maybe I'll just compete with yourself and put
Yeah.
another one out there. Like he has way too many people, so I could totally see Seth Rollins. But see, it would fit Seth Rollins. I don't know now because honestly, he has a better chance going to SmackDown because we'll get into what we'll get into soon. I don't think Raw is going to be good for anyone for a while. So,
Mm,
you know,
that's true. Yeah, so all right, so we both got Balor. That's cool.
yeah,
We're not
yeah,
going against each other on things.
yeah.
All right, so I'm going. This match is not on the card,
Okay.
but Super Cena is gonna probably be in the first row somewhere out of
Yeah.
nowhere. He maybe pop. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be there the whole show. He's gonna randomly, hey, Cena's coming out. Hey,
Uh huh.
Cena sits in the thing, and I feel like Kid Rock, who was put into the Hall of Fame,
Hmm.
will come out and he will play the American Badass song.
Hmm.
Undertaker will come out, and I feel like instead of this being a match, I feel like it's just gonna be a brawl where they're just gonna allow them to go in the ring and just fight each other because it's not like a real match on the card.
I'd say back to our conversation about having the show be so long, they might like. I would say it'd be a the. Here's my thing: Cena and Taker are very good workers, right? They will work a match no matter what. And Taker does that thing where he doesn't wrestle for the entire year, then he works out to try to get his body in shape. I think he needs to be the American Badass because he just can't wear tights anymore because he's gonna be
Right,
sagging all over the place. He needs to put on a jeans and a vest to run around. And I mean, I could see this match happening. It being a match because then you have a chance to kill more time, because 6 hours and 14 matches. I mean, some matches was only going to be 7 minutes, and so I would say I see the match, and I just don't think what Undertaker's 21-2.
two, yeah. Oh, two losses or back to back.
Yeah, which makes no sense, and I don't like. I said I don't understand why they had him lose to Reigns. And I watched the Brock Lesnar the shit against Brock, and me and my brother was sitting there, and if we couldn't make faces, we was making faces of that black guy that was in the stands, like they
Oh
use as memes now.
yeah. Oh
And
my
me and my brother, we were like, "Yo, did that really just happen?"
god.
But I don't see them giving, because this may be his last one. I don't see them, if they fight, I see him beating Cena, because Cena's gonna start, like, he's gonna take on that next role of the Undertaker, of that elder wrestler that only wrestled at
Yeah.
a certain time. So, mostly for his movie career and his like personal life, but I'd like to see Undertaker leave on a good note.
I think he'll win if they do have a fight. I just want to see how they're pulling off this match because again, Undertaker never answered him. So then he said he's going to sit in the front row and be a fan. Like we all know what that means. Now
Yeah,
Undertaker's going to come out.
I
But
mean, yeah. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
no, I'm just saying now we know Undertaker's going to come out. So does he come out and all of a sudden now a ref comes out and, and like what happens? Like I'm so lost on what's
I
supposed to
mean,
happen. Like
we've seen some amazing things happen in this show, and they always say they try their best to save the best for this show.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I could totally see a ref coming out and refereeing this match. It could be a special guest referee. You never know.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I think the build up is what it is for a reason. And like he's been getting at him on Twitter. And one day some guy, I read this too, got jumped in the conversation and like asked Undertaker, like, why are you not responding? Where are you? And Undertaker's wife was like, he's eating breakfast with me, like, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
So, so we'll see. From what I've heard, no one knows anything about it. So, but I'd like to see the match. I'd like to see the Undertaker leave on a good note, because I don't think he could do it anymore.
Yeah. Side note to anybody watching this: don't you ever put a female's name on your neck because something might go wrong and you gotta get it off.
I don't
I
think you
will,
should ever put a female's name on any part of your body. Like, no,
exactly
female or male, just for everyone, just leave it alone. So you never know.
because everybody knows Sarah on your neck now.
Yeah.
All right, next match is the Raw's Women's Championship. It's Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. What I don't get about wrestling is like Alexa Bliss and Mickey James. Like this is how the match all of a sudden happened is because they started making fun of her being fat and her being dumb and blase blase. But I don't get is that they used the same storyline on Mickey James a couple months ago, and now Mickey James is flipping it. They were calling her old. They
Mm-hmm.
were calling her a matter of fact. Alexa Bliss was calling her a fat pig. And it's like, I don't get what the storylines are. Why would it be the same storyline? Just it could have been any other way of bringing her into the match. Like she could have did something to her. Like,
Yeah.
but I feel some reason I don't know. Bliss always pulls off a win. But this time I'm gonna go with Nia Jack. I just think maybe they had Bliss for a long time, but I don't know. Bliss always and with Nikki James and the thing, I think she might interfere, but I don't know. I still see Nia Jax still winning. Like I don't know. I don't know. Alexa Bliss always comes up to win all the time.
But see, that's the thing. Like, this is the perfect time. Excuse me. That if if they tend to either, I mean, the way social media is now and the way that we like the fans actually predict wrestling, um, Jax may win
Yeah,
because you know Bliss comes out and wins all the time, and they'll flip it on us, and or to be a double DQ or something.
yeah. I was thinking that too. Oh, that would suck. I really don't want no damn DQ in the fucking WrestleMania. All right, next matchup is SmackDown's Women Championship. It's Charlotte Flair versus I always get this name wrong. Oscar. Hey, I got it right. All right, so I know everybody feels like I don't even know what happened in the women's thing. I didn't even watch the finals, but I'm pretty sure. Damn, I just Asana, well, whatever. I already know she won just to protect her undefeated streak.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's gonna feel that Oscar's is gonna win. But I feel not only is she gonna win, but this is when Carmella, they're gonna beat each other so bad. I know that they're gonna make this match like extremely competitive, and they're gonna beat each other to a pulp. And I feel this is when Carmella, the one with the money in the bank, is gonna come in and actually end the streak. But I know that later, probably in the next SmackDown, she'll probably lose it. But it's no, because the only reason I feel like she's going to get it is because they had two Money in the Banks and the guy lost. So there's no way they would have the girl lose because then that would make the pay-per-view Money in the Bank worthless. Like
Yeah.
somebody has to win within one of those two. Like so that's my theory. I could be wrong. Carmella could be in the Battle Royal and never come out because I heard that like it doesn't expire until I guess the next Money in the Bank or something like that.
Yeah. So you have until the next pay per view to cash it in.
Yeah, but I think I really the way she's been hinting at these past SmackDowns, I do think she's going to come in. I think they're going to beat each other like crazy, and she's going to come in and get the win. I feel like that, but I don't
I
know.
mean, I'm very I have like I don't as I said, and I guess I don't have to say it anymore. I don't really watch that the stuff. I read up
Yeah,
on it a lot though, but I love Charlotte, so
yeah,
I'm not happy that Charlotte is going to lose because I agree with you. I think Charlotte's going to lose, and I think the Money in the Bank is going to be cashed in, and that's how the belt's going to change hands. They're going to give her the belt, she's going to lose it, and then she'll either get it back in the next pay per view, get it back
yeah.
in the next house show or whatever. But I agree with you.
Oh,
I totally see it happening that way.
or she might come in and do a Rollins and pin Charlotte. Just, I mean, I guess
Just
that was
oh, so what you're saying is she'll come in and instead of it being shit, it'll be a triple threat. So then the title can change hands
right.
without her losing her. Yeah, but actually, she'll still lose because she'll get a loss for that.
Yeah, but it's like they're protecting her undefeated streak, and it's like it's really not fair. Like for Charlotte fans, like
Why in the hell are they? You know what kills me? I hate undefeated streaks. You know what
me
I'm
too.
saying? Like they had well, Goldberg's one drove me insane because I think every time like Nitro came on, they multiplied it by 6. So it was like Goldberg only had like 12 matches, but next thing you know, he was like 87-0, and I was like, what? How did that happen? I watch wrestling all the time, so I don't get it. But you know, I don't.
That's what makes this pay per view like exciting. We never know what's gonna happen. That's kind
Yeah.
of the funny thing. So we'll see though. Like I keep saying, because every match is like we'll see. Like I can't like you know how everything is always predictable. Like
Uh huh.
They're gonna make it interesting for these 7 fucking hours. Um,
Yeah.
the next matchup is Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If Owens and Zayn loses, they're fired. Like even though there are rumors that they kind of wanna go to Raw.
Hmm.
I don't see. And then there's also rumors that Daniel's going to turn on Shane. But now that
Hmm.
he's back as a wrestler, they can't make him a heel. He's getting too much love. He just came back,
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan. So I'm hearing rumors that Shane, who was really frustrated with the way Daniel's been acting, is actually going to turn on the Daniel Bryan. And
Also heard,
McMahon. Go ahead.
yeah, and also heard that Hogan is gonna come back because
Hogan.
he's passed his ban for saying the N word.
Oh my
Um, and I heard he's going to like become the new GM. So
Wow. That
yeah,
would be
that's what I
crazy.
heard. So you might it might happen. Like they might but it works for them. They get Daniel Bryan out of the GM role and make him a wrestler again because
Yeah.
you're gonna need someone like if Sami Zayn and Owens leave, you're gonna need more people here to be rivals to whoever wins this title.
Right,
The
right.
match that we haven't discussed yet, and you're gonna need someone to take over the GM spot. And I'm hearing Hulk Hogan would be the one to do it, which is crazy. Just like make sure all the black people are on Raw, not SmackDown. And and but I don't know. Like both, like this is his first match back, and Shane's not really a wrestler. But that being said, I would say Shane and Dan Bryan are gonna win because they should not win, but that means they will win.
Right,
Or,
right, right,
but I don't know. I can see everybody ganging up and beating up Daniel Bryan, and then Hogan coming down in the wheelchair saving him. So
right. Yeah.
I don't.
By the way, I when Hogan, you just said Hogan being GM. When I was watching TNA for a little time, when he was
Mhm.
GM, it was the worst job in the world he did. I just want to put that out there. But
Yeah, but the thing about TNA has, I'm sure TNA has terrible writers,
right, right, right.
and like the WWE, even though most of their good writers are now like retired from all of that,
Yeah,
they still know how to write a story that like, of course, the WWE has no one to really go up against it except for the independent like wrestling things that go on. But that's independent stuff. So really, they only do like pay-per-view shows.
right, right.
Wrestling fans are gonna get up every day to watch like Monday and Tuesday. Like it's on, we're gonna watch it. So I could see him like if you have someone writing for him, he should be fine. But that's just what I heard. He may not be coming back. He may be still in his racist band. So I don't know.
Imagine. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. That's like another mystery. What may happen? And I also feel if Owens and Zayn leave. I don't know. I like you just said enough wrestlers. I don't feel the excitement. It would disappear going to Raw. I feel it would.
Yeah.
Like I feel they need Owens and Zayn there, like as
Yeah.
the heel tag team best friends that beat up anybody. Like
Yeah.
that's why it's like I don't know, but that's why when I heard about the Shane possibility, I'm like, damn, that could happen. Like he
Yeah.
did kind of get sick, and he's trying to convince them for a while that they don't need to be in SmackDown, and Daniel
Hmm.
kept turning on him. But now that Daniel's
Hmm.
back as a wrestler,
Yeah.
like we'll see though. All right, next matchup. We got 3 more left, I think. No, we don't. We got a whole page. Ronda Rousey and MMA Ronda Rousey. And Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Like I feel there is no way in hell. I know there's been matches we've been surprised with Stephanie McMahon where where she won. When she beat Nikki Bella, I was fucking surprised. But
Hmm.
there's no way I can see Ronda Rousey losing in her first official match at WrestleMania. But in the mind of Vince, it could be Triple H pinning Angle.
Listen, Vince had Sting lose his one and only match at WrestleMania
Yeah, that
for
was
the
sad.
W. Not only did he do that, he had Scott Hall and Kevin Nash will themselves in a wheelchair out there to help him as the DX people came as just as old as Hall and Nash. And it was the most terrible thing I've ever seen in my life, watching all these old men try to figure something out. I think Kevin Nash like blew a bicep again doing that shit. So like, like I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Like I know that they're building Ronda Rousey up. I just don't think she's ready yet
Yeah, not me
to
either.
be mainstream. And you know, like Kurt Angle's not ready either.
Yeah, he looks
And
horrible.
like it's just a match of horrible men against two horrible men, two horrible women wrestling just to kill time. And but I would say just to get people. And honestly, Ronda Rousey screwed herself over with her ESPN interview. She was terrible, and like so, she needs to get some of that back. So Penn and Stephanie is how she gets some of it back with the fans. So I
Yeah,
see them winning.
which I don't know if WWE and The Rock have beef with each other. Like I know his movie's coming out, blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
but don't you think from what happened before, like it was remember when The Rock was there and then Ronda Rousey was in the front row and then she came
Yeah.
out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why The Rock is not in this match. Like
He
I
probably.
feel
I mean, go ahead.
no, go
Speak after
ahead.
you. No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Speak.
No, I just don't understand
First,
why The Rock was in the match because it's like I felt like it would have made sense if they brought that storyline. Like, last time we saw each other, you embarrassed us and blah 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 blah. But now it's turned to this storyline, which is like, well, we're gonna use you. Like, it's like, all right, well, okay.
yeah, I totally get it. I think that I agree with you. I think that The Rock, because him and Triple H have that dynamic where they don't like each other,
Yeah,
and Stephanie and Ronda clearly don't like each other. You know, of course, it's a story, but still, I would say I totally would prefer The Rock to be in opposed to Kurt Angle, but I think The Rock is probably at the point where he's like, I'm a bit too busy for you guys, and you're
Mhm.
not getting me. You know, he's like, it's not happening. Like I think The Rock has been like the last four WrestleManias, if not more,
Right,
and
yeah,
he's like, I'm not doing it now. Like I don't need to promote my movie. All my movies make money. I don't need you anymore. I'm out.
true.
So, you know,
That's true. That's true. And especially like people were questioning like, y'all have a 25th anniversary and The Rock didn't say nothing. Like
yeah.
everybody in this motherfucker but The Rock. Like that's why I knew like there was something going on that's weird. But maybe The Rock is busy. He's in like every other movie. Like, it's like
I've never seen someone that has like three movies coming out in the same month. It's
yes.
like what are you doing? Like how did you do this? So like I don't get it. Like I think movies take like 2 to 3 months to make, if that, or
Yeah.
probably beyond that. And I'm like, how did you manage to do three movies? Got three movies coming out.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy. Yeah, I am gonna go see Rampage since we used to play the game in the motherfucker in that arcade.
oh yeah, no doubt. I'm definitely gonna go see Rampage. Rampage. I don't know when. I refuse to go see anything the first week it comes out. So
Yeah.
even with reserved seating and reclining chairs, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
So
shout out to all the new expensive movie theaters out here. All right, so the WWE or SmackDown and WWE Championship, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. All right, so when I watch wrestling, like I look at the end of story. I know you don't watch SmackDown that much, but these two past SmackDowns,
mhm.
they made AJ Styles like either team up with Nakamura or
Mhm.
like go separately and then one of them be outside. And they went against Shelton Benjamin. You remember him, right?
Yeah, I remember him.
So he's tagged in with this guy named Gable, who was partners with Angle's son bullshit. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
but some reason and they battled to the end. Like I
Mhm.
mean, it wasn't nothing like a simple like, oh, these are the two main eventers and they're just gonna beat them down. Nah, they like really battled them. And some reason they also don't have a match. So I honestly, this is my theory. I honestly see them interfering. Somehow they're gonna interfere. I'm not gonna say it's going to it's gonna like make the match if a win or a loss. But
Mhm.
I honestly see them getting in because they've been fighting them these past matter of fact 3 SmackDowns. They've been their only opponents, and
Yeah.
they've been complaining that we don't have a match. We're not even going to be here. We're really mad. So it's like Now I see like my wrestling knowledge. I'm thinking they're going to jump in and interfere. Remember? Do you remember a match where damn, what is Bret Hart and somebody, and then Shawn
Oh, I
Michaels
got it.
jumping in?
Yeah, it was Bret Hart versus Diesel, and
Dude.
Shawn Michaels came out and interfered. Um, and then Bob Backlund came out and interfered,
Yes, yes. I
and
never remember that
like,
match.
and I think someone else came. Oh, I think it was Owen Hart came out and interfered,
Owen
and then
Hart. Yes.
and then after that, that didn't work. So they all came out and stomped them all out
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
and that's how it ended.
That's
And
how I think is gonna happen.
I agree with you because I think this can be a rivalry for a while,
Yeah.
or however they spin it. And I think it doesn't, like, as good of wrestlers as these guys, claim to be, or actually, all right, AJ Styles is a great wrestler, Nakamura is a great wrestler. Like, I didn't really like when I watched the Rumble. I didn't understand how he won the Rumble because he's light in the ass, but he like he seems to know what he's doing, and I can see this being a very, like, I can see them wrestling in Japan, like, against each other, like that type of a match.
Yeah.
So this can prolong it, as it's a great match with like a double DQ ending
Right.
that keeps the storyline going with AJ still having the belt, because having that storyline of Nakamura just coming but so close and still
Mm-hmm.
trying to get it, I can see that happening.
Yeah, 'cause I kind of I felt like it's still gonna be interference, but it still has to be a winner. And I feel like since Nakamura actually won in Japan, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like Styles is actually going to get. So as long as we don't have this beat this he got beat already, so it's not like
Mm-hmm.
we got to worry about his record now. He's
Yeah, yeah,
lost
yeah.
matches. So I don't know. I picked Styles to win, even though I do still feel there's going to be an interference with this too.
Well, I was going to agree with you on the Styles one until you brought up, the interference, and I was like, that would be a great way to keep the rivalry going, or even
Mm,
even either keep it going, or like develop a bond between the two where it's they're now partnering up against other people,
right,
because
right, right.
I don't think they're going to take the belt off of AJ Styles, because they kind of like it on him, and he puts out great matches,
Yeah,
unlike what we're about to talk about in a few minutes. But
yeah.
so like,
I'm gonna give you your 10 minutes on Roman B. I'm a real talk.
but so I could totally see them doing that.
Okay, I can respect that DQ. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I can respect that. I think they would boo their asses off though, the crowd, but like, boo. But
Well, I mean, the thing is two people that are well liked. Like, I don't think, who's the heel.
yeah,
I don't think
true.
who is because clearly when I saw the Rumble, we know Nakamura is not the heel.
Right, right.
So is AJ the heel, or they are both faces? Like, I don't
Nah, they're
know.
both faces, and they both. It's been like a really comedic back and forth with each other. Like they basically both of them have looked like they were about to attack each other, then pat each other on the head
Oh,
and
okay.
smile and walk out. Yeah, it's like yo, that's the major question. Yo, who the hell's the heel? How is this a match? Like this is just a buddy match. So
I
I
mean,
don't know.
the last time I saw a championship match where, and this was years ago, like I was in elementary school,
Yeah,
um, was Hogan versus Warrior, where were
yeah,
the two of them were cheered by the fans, and they,
broadcasting. Yeah, got it, got it.
yeah, no, so that was it. Like, as I said, I don't, I think that was the last time where the two were going for the title, were beloved by both. So
Right. Yeah,
I
we'll
don't
see
know.
what happens. Yeah, that's how, I mean, this is my theory. It could be just be a one-on-one match going back and forth, and they just want to make
Yeah,
it thing. But it would be for me. It would make it more exciting if they did. You know how they copy matches,
yeah,
and I never have seen them ever. Yo, I feel like that was probably it was exciting because it's like Bret Hart and Diesel are fighting, and oh my God, they came back out. They came
yeah,
out of
yeah,
the
yeah,
title.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's a match I've never seen them copy, and I always would love to see a match like that copied. So,
Yeah.
all right, the major match, the main event,
The
which it'd
worst
be
match ever.
which would be funny if they put this in the middle of the event. That would be crazy. I hope this is the last match. But remember, the way wrestling is, shit, the women's match might be the last match. Like,
Yeah, I don't think this match is worthy of last match for the
Yeah,
due to the knowledge that the whole world has.
yeah,
Like, I don't think it should be last match, but given who's in it, I totally understand why it's last match.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. But do you think it'll be one of these short matches, or Brock hasn't had long matches in a while.
I mean, I think it'll happen. What I think is going to happen is Roman's going to miss a clothesline and get like all those damn suplex sitting.
Right.
Then he's gonna get because we've already seen the long match between them, and it was actually a good match. And of course, what happened? Brock hurt himself when he missed the clothesline, the turnbuckle, and then that turn changed the tide, and he gets hit with a Superman punch. But then Rollins comes in and cashes his Money in the Bank. I
Yeah.
don't. So the fans during WrestleMania have seen a Brock versus Reigns match, so they know what it looks like. I think, you know, honestly, you there? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
sorry. Honestly, I think that it's gonna be like maybe a 15-minute match, if that. And he's gonna do his thing where he suplexes them, does the F5. Roman Reigns kicks out and then punches him in the
Yeah.
face. Like that's literally what's gonna happen. And then the fans are gonna shit on Brock because they know they're gonna tell him, "Yo, you sold out," shit like they do all the time. And then
Right.
it's gonna be over. Like this match should definitely be in the middle. Just get it over with.
Right.
Like
Right.
I think the two SmackDown titles, that's Charlotte's belt, right? Charlotte's
Yeah.
SmackDown
Charlotte.
champ.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think those matches should be the last two matches because they seem like they're going to be the most technically sound matches.
Right. Right.
And if you want to, like we all know, Vince is handing Reigns the belt, like because he just wants to give him the belt. So let the matches that may have a different outcome where we don't know what the outcome is, let them in WrestleMania with a bang. That's how I look at it.
What if? What if? How Vince likes to fuck with people's heads.
Mm-hmm.
What if he lets Brock win and then Reigns gets it on Raw just to
My thing is
mess with
this:
him?
is the Money in the Bank there? Does anyone
Nah,
have
he
it?
lost it. He tried to challenge whoever was the champion. I think it was Gender at that time. What was his name? He tried to challenge Gender when he was Corbin, Brandon Corbin,
Okay.
right? It,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, he
yeah, yeah. I
lost it.
remember. I remember that. Okay, so there's no Money in the Bank guy to change this match.
No,
I don't. He could move. I mean, I would feel better about it if that happened because, like, then not saying. Of course, we all know wrestling is. It's I always call it. It's a male soap opera. So it's
right,
like we
right.
sit there and we're like, um, I would feel better about. No, I actually wouldn't. I don't want Rome with the belt. I just
Yo,
so
spit your venom. Go ahead, get on. Go ahead, go
I just don't want.
ahead.
I just don't feel Roman is the new John Cena. I hated John Cena. I hated Hulk Hogan. I hated Goldberg. I hate I hate all of these dudes that got these bullshit ass moves. Like I know wrestling is scripted. I got it, but I want to see you like the days of. Listen, I'll even say like I hated Shawn Michaels because of that super kick. Like I get kicked in the face, but the big boot took the leg drop to pin me. Like
Right,
I've seen people roll out of the big boot. Like you need the leg drop to finish him off. So I don't like these generic move dudes. If you're gonna give me something that I know is fake and you're gonna script it right. Like I just
right,
can't
right,
see
right.
like this Roman Reigns. I just can't. I cannot. And the biggest thing, and you know this, and anyone who ever is in a chat room with me knows this. I don't like the fact that they're forcing him down our throat. Like here's the guy. Love him, hate him. We're still backing him.
You
Let's
hear
go.
that,
I've never.
Sheila? You hear that?
That's right. You hear that, Sheila? Like I just don't get it. Like I don't know. I don't know what his merchandise sales are. I don't know what it is that he's doing. This is a PG rated show, so I'm not going to say what I think he's doing. But like, I'm just saying, I'm not a fan of Roman Reigns. Like, just not. I could see him in the street. I would not shake his hand. I'd be like, I don't care if you're acting. I don't like you. So it's just the way it is.
Nah, I hear you. So you
I,
think? Go.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna go to conclusion, but go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
No, I was just my final thing was like any fan of wrestling from as long as we've been wrestling fans, like growing up and watching it, we've seen some pretty crazy things, but they've been things that we were okay with. Like I hated Hogan, but I knew like when Macho Man won the belt in WrestleMania 4 and had it for a year up until he lost it against Hogan. When I remember like it was yesterday when Macho Man slapped him, I was like, well, there goes your title reign. Like you're definitely losing it. Like so, I was able to understand, but wrestling lost me with John Cena, and they'll never get me back with Roman Reigns. So
Mm.
that's just the way I see it.
I was just thinking about what you just said. There's been like generations we've gone through watching the shows, and like we've seen the ultimate rivalries of the Hogan and Macho Man. We saw the Stone Cold and Rock. We saw the
Yeah.
Brett and Shawn. What is the
hmm
rivalry of today? Like, what is that major rivalry? Like, I don't feel like we have one. Like,
I don't think we have one. I mean, I think they have like wrestling what they've done opposed to years prior. You had I think what they did a better job at years prior. Every title or like every championship or title, because and I mean by title I mean like when they had the king and they had like they had that thing where not the king of the ring, but they literally had a crown and they defended every night.
right.
Um,
Man, I remember those days.
yeah, like every major like person had a rivalry going. Every major belt was respected,
Mm,
and I just think now the what WWE doesn't do is they make all these belts that are pretty and nice to look at, but there's no there's no major push behind them. Like even
right.
this joint with Brock, like the WWE literally had him do all these matches where he pinned people in like 3 seconds to like build up Roman Reigns kicking out. That's what I think. Like Roman
Yeah.
Reigns being like, oh, no one else could do it, but Roman Reigns is gonna do it. Like
Mm,
clearly that's not the case. Like Roman Reigns lost to a lot of people. He's had the belt before and lost it. So,
mm.
sitting there saying he's the only one that can beat Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar has only lost like major people. Outside of that stupid frog splash, the Goldberg spear and the frog splash from Eddie Guerrero pissed me off. That might be the last thing that pissed me off. But
Yeah, I was actually
uh
at that event, so that's funny.
that's crazy. So
I was like, oh
um
shit, he won?
yeah, like you sit there and you're like off a frog splash, like Brock, like this, and that was young Brock. That was like Brock before he discovered food and started going to the
Yeah.
MMA. So I just don't think there's any rivalry. And what I got up. Sorry, I got off track. But they have these wrestlers that they don't invest in, and you got some good ones like Seth Rollins. Like I would like to see a champ, not Brock, because Brock is he doesn't wrestle as much as they do. Hold the belt for a long period of time, and like
Right.
that it's like people you either put the belt on someone that's not relevant or you put the belt on someone that only defends it. And they used to do that with Hogan, where Hogan used to defend the belt only during pay-per-views or
Yeah.
only during WrestleMania. But that was back in the day. They changed it up and they need to keep investing in their wrestlers and they don't. Like so and they've tried to give Roman Reigns the like just everything and he's botched it. So
Yeah, a lot of people have booed him like crazy.
yeah, like his mic work is terrible. Like, sometimes he forgets what he's saying on the mic, and I'm like, dude, are you serious? You have one job: hop up and fake punch people in the face and speak to the fans. Like that's your job, and you can't even do that correctly.
I noticed he don't even say my yard anymore, so I guess that's a wrap for that. Like his yard is
But
over with.
yeah, but it's literally his yard because it's either like I'm just glad they have multiple championship belts. So then we don't have to like he's not the only champ, but in reality he's the only one they recognize because he's the one
Right.
that they're behind. So that's my whole thing with and I don't know who loves him more, Vince or Triple H, but whoever loves him more needs to be fired. So if you ask me, if I hit the lotto, that might be and I don't think I'll ever hit it to the point where I can like get controlling stock of the WWE, but
Yeah.
that'd be something I'd go for. Like so then I could like fire everyone.
So are you gonna watch WrestleMania tomorrow? Now that I got you
Actually,
entertained in it now.
I mean, I work tomorrow, but I think probably, and I get out at 7. But I'll see whatever I can. Of course, I'm gonna watch it so I could write about it and yell at Sheila about, um, what's gonna happen. So
The
I'm gonna
HBO.
watch
So
it.
we calling you out, Sheila. HBO.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I'm calling her out. Like that's yeah, like her love for Roman Reigns. It's all right. So but that's no. I'm definitely gonna watch. I'll catch whatever I can catch. So
Do you think it's going to be an exciting show, or you think like it might disappoint a lot of people? Because there's
I
a
mean, the
lot of what
problem.
ifs in this all
I
these
mean,
matches.
it's a ton of what ifs, but the problem is like not this podcast. This podcast is awesome. What people do is they like as anything that can be spoiled these days. Fans of it, like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead,
Right.
wrestling, like shit like that. We always spoil it for ourselves. So it's like people go to watch it, and I think people are gonna be excited. Like everyone knew Jeff Hardy. Like I watch a lot of these things on YouTube, and everyone knew Jeff and Matt Hardy were coming back, but
Yeah.
that still didn't change their reaction. Like everyone knew the countdown was Chris Jericho. That still didn't change their reaction. So
Mm.
I think the fans, because wrestling has been it's an event that takes place. It's almost as popular as the Super Bowl. It's that one event type thing that everyone gets together and watches. So I think that people still be excited to be pissed off or disappointed, or excited to, or just excited to see something different. So I think it'll do well.
Speaking of
And
that, oh, Gaga.
and also it's $10 to watch, and some people get to pay for it for free.
Yeah, I get to
So
watch it, the stream or whatever.
so it's legit. You
One
buy
question.
Domino's and buffalo wings.
Exactly, basically. Definitely, yo. Next year, man, I'm gonna either try to pull something off that we all can go watch it, so that everybody they can come in whatever time and just jump into watching it. Like,
Yeah,
hopefully, yo. I wanted to ask you, Bray Wyatt. Do you think
yeah,
WWE has ruined his career?
yeah,
A lot, right?
yeah. I think like when they gave him the belt last year, I was shocked,
Yeah.
but they took it from him in like a month, and like I
Mm,
remember I remember watching, like, because I like, and I've been a fan of Bray Wyatt since he came out, like not when he was, what was he, Husky Harris or whatever,
yeah.
um, but like me and my brother, like I give Isaiah a lot of credit for this. He'll like because I don't watch wrestling as much as I don't watch it at all, but my brother watches it and he'll put me on like this guy is good, that guy is good, and he was like, "Yo, watch Bray Wyatt. His mic work is amazing." And
Right.
then I watched his entrance and I was like, "Yo, as eerie as that entrance is, it is a classic entrance that the fans just all
Yes.
like gravitated to."
Yes.
So like, and when he won the belt, I remember watching Raw or SmackDown the day after, because I was a Bray Wyatt fan, and like I don't watch wrestling, but I watched that, and the fans were screaming, "You deserved it," and that's some crazy shit. But then
Right.
they just totally shot him to give him the belt back to Randy Orton, who to me is all will be known for hitting Hulk Hogan with the RKO while his daughter had bags in her hand, and then he disappeared. So that was the whole thing.
Oh,
That's
that
how
was
I
that
was.
legend killer thing, right?
Yeah, when he was
Oh,
constantly RKOing Hogan out of nowhere. But
yeah.
um, like and that's my point about the like what wrestling does. They will build up these amazing characters, and some characters have huge followings. They don't just totally shadow on them and just get rid of them.
Because I think they getting rid of I think he's like when he fought Matt Hardy, he fell
Mm-hmm.
into the resurrection lake. So
Yeah,
I don't know if they're trying to bring him back as Husky Harris, which I think would be a huge mistake.
of
I think
course.
I think they need to make so much of a better Bray Wyatt. Like I don't understand why they're doing this to him. Like every pay per view, I think he should have been the first one to beat Undertaker. Honestly,
I agree. And the funny thing is, you see that dead man, eerie shit doesn't always work. It worked with The Undertaker, and The Undertaker's been riding that damn shit since like 86. I mean,
yes, yes,
I
yes,
don't,
yes.
not even, I don't know if it was 86, but it was like 80. It was early.
Yeah,
And I think, that's not a character you can pull off all the time. And
true,
to
true.
pull off someone similar, like he's literally a cult leader. Like he's like, oh, we're
Mm-hmm.
all gonna drink this fucking Kool-Aid and die. Like he's one of those type of dudes. To pull that off, you got to run with it. Like run with it until it dies out. And I feel it didn't die out until they killed it themselves.
Yeah, because I'm like, them niggas cut the lights out. They brought the theme of butterflies, and everybody pulled out their phone like, like, yo, I've never
Listen,
seen nothing like that. Like,
the funny thing about it, at the time, my girlfriend was like the only she only liked two wrestlers. She liked Brock because Brock was just destroying people, and she liked Bray Wyatt because she loved his entrance. And she
yeah,
don't even watch wrestling. And like she would, and like it'd be like, oh, like she if she was asleep, and I'd be like, oh, the entrance is coming on, she'd get up to watch it. So that, and everyone in the arena would have their phones on. This is what his Fireflies or whatever. So
yeah.
like you
Fireflies,
can't like you can't do that to the fans because the fans truly like stuck with that,
yeah, exactly.
and they let it go, and that sucks because they wasted somebody.
Oh, you're gone again. Oh, you're
Oh no,
back.
my phone, yeah, my battery is dying and it's
Nah,
at 10%.
yeah, we're about to
So
end right now. Yeah, so I thank you, G man, for being a part of the show, man. You actually did your thing, man. Thank you, man.
nah, anytime you need me, just hit me up.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, this is oh, by the way, we are well, we don't have fans like that anyway, but we're starting a we're starting more shows. Look forward to I'll give out the names soon. Um give out a heavy advertisement and everything. But I forgot what the hell I was about to say. Oh, I hope it's a good show. Trying to fucking think. My dog is just sitting down looking depressed. And you know what I mean? Like, I hope you get to watch a little bit of it because I'm also trying to do like not Raws and SmackDowns because that takes up a lot of time. Shout out to the people that can do it on every Raw and SmackDown, but some people are like very busy. So I'm trying to do it on like every pay per view. Probably start it off, have more people. Probably get John's ass in, and,
Yeah.
and probably get in so everybody can give their predictions, and maybe we even start a tournament. So or prediction champion. So again, I thank you. This is Newcomers Wrestling Podcast, and thank you for watching the show. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too, man.
Later.
Hey.